So at the end of your apprenticeship, your oga go give you all the patterns wey they use work. Make yourself use whole body bar. No go learn how to make pattern. Well, me, I no be that your girl, but my bros them for more bespoke say make I teach you how to make shoe patterns. To make shoe patterns, you must know about the last. You get plenty things where I fit tell you about shoe last, but first of all, make we talk about the very first thing where you supposed to do once you buy your last straight out of Mushin. When you get your last, the first thing where you go need to do not to construct wetin they call mean form. If you talk say you go just begin sketch on top of the last anyhow like that one concern you. Me, at the first of all, get wetin they call last copy, and then from those last copies I go create mean form. So make we start. First of all, I go draw wetin they call center line. Just line for middle of the last like that. As you see, I just mark some points around the middle, then I go draw line on top of masking tape like this. Just cut out one shinkiny part of that tape and use them connect those dashes who I've been do before, those things who I've been use highlight the center of this last. I go use them connect like so. As you see, the center line done sempe. I go do the same thing for the back side. So you see, say we get center line for both the front and center line for the back. Then I go, rotate the last like this. Just the part where it touch, that's part where get or go for the last like that. These two sides like that. If I touch them for ground, I go mark those points. Those points are the widest points for this last. Then I go use my tape like this, join those 2 points when I marked before. So this line where I draw from that inside ogo to the outside ogo, they call them vamp line, and the point where intersect with the center line are the vamp point. The two ogos now they call them balls, so the inside ball and the outside ball. Now I go measure along the side of this slat like this, from the back to the tip of the front like this. This measurement when I get, they call them the last length. On this last, as you can see, na 34 cm. So our last length for this last 34 cm. Now we go need to calculate 2 other points on top of this last, the counter point and the back height. The counter point, now the last length, if you divide them by 5, and then if you add 1 cm to the number where you get, it will give you the back height. So 34 divided by 5 give me about 7.8 something cm. So I go mark that 7.85 for the back of this center line, this back center line like this. Then if I add 1 cm to that point, I go don't get the back height. So counterpoint, back height. You see I beg, make I pause here, talk something first. I know say for your mind you go down the talk which one be counterpoint, the back height, center height, gbogbo, and all that one necessary for shoemaker. Now with you they talk. Even mechanic know waiting be carburetor, alternator, and all of those other things. But you won't be shoemaker, you don't know waiting counterpoint and back height be, but they play. Make we continue. I've been tell you say this line where they here for center, na center line. And then this one will run from the inside ogo to the outside ogo na the vamp line. The point where it intersect with the center line na the vamp point. You see them? Now this is the outside ogo. Meanwhile, and that outside ogo is called the outside ball, and the inside ogo the inside ball. The outside part of this last we they call them the lateral side. The inside part of this line we they call them the medial side. If you want to be shoemaker, no shoemaker terminology. So this lateral side and medial side ball, this line where this vamp line where they on the lateral side, we go take measurement of them. You see, it came to about 9 cm. Then we go divide them into 2. So 9 cm divided by 2 will give us 4.5 cm. Did you see them? Correct. Now if we draw one line from the counterpoint to that point on this lateral side vamp line where we just mark, if we draw line from the counterpoint, go meet them. go draw that line. Vroom. From that middle point of our vamp line, go meet our counterpoint. This line where we draw, so they call them the quarter line. You see, I've been telling you, say you get plenty things when I want to tell you about last. So you don't learn different part of last. You don't learn the center line, you don't learn the vamp line, you then learn the vamp point, the quarter line, and all the other things. Another thing when I want to talk to you about now, another point where they call the instep. The instep again, now the last length divided by 4. Remember, we talk say counterpoint, now the last length divided by 5. Instep, however, now last length divided by 4. So our last length will be 34. If we divide them by 4, it will give us 8.5 cm. So where you go mark that one, you go start from your vamp point. This now our vamp point. You go measure going up on your center line, and then where you get your last length divided by 4, that place go be your instep. You see, so all these things where I just point out to you now, very important part of last, where as shoemaker you self suppose sabi. E no good make a bricklayer know wetin be concrete, know the one wey be vibrated block. Mechanic go know the one wey be carburetor, know the one wey be axle. But shoemaker, if you ask am wetin be counterpoint, he go dey scratch head. They do like person wey hair dey grow for him teeth. That one no good na. Fella talk am say, if you know wetin you dey do, you na pako. If you no know, you be swagbe. So our work for Shoe Academy na to make sure say every shoemaker na correct pako. If you be shoemaker wey be pako, say oh yeah. I go see you guys on the next video. Until that time, God bless you. My name still remain Pomo Bespoke. I will go see for the next video. Peace.